Hi everyone, this is Ben here with Pierre Driving School. Today we're covering part 5 out of the 6 series of DMV Evaluation Road Test Sheet, right? As you guys notice, we have a series that we've been doing regarding DMV Evaluation Road Test Sheet. We've already done part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4. Today is part 5 of the evaluation sheet, of which here in New York City, when you're taking your DMV road test, they will use this sheet to evaluate your performance, right? Contrary, back in the days, you were not able to get this right off the bat, but now what they do now, after you pass your test with the DMV now, they do not give you the result right away. You have to go home in New York City. You have to go home. After 6 p.m., you're able to look up your result online, of which they will provide you with a list of these things that you've done wrong, where you can print those out so you can know next time if you have to take the test what to work on. So what we do here at Pierre Driving School, we make sure that we have a series covering all the parts in this sheet, right? Today we're doing part 5 out of the 6 series. There will be one more to do. If you have not watched those previous series, I strongly suggest you go and watch them, because reason why, they will give you a fully understanding of what to be expected from you as you're doing your road test. You know what I'm saying? It's like the foundation. You will be getting it down the right way, right? Today, part 5, we will be covering vehicle control, which consists of steering wheel control, poor engine control, delay backing, abrupt braking, and also poor use of gear, automatic or manual, right? Very important, the part E, right? Because here's what happened. As you're driving, if you do not have control of your vehicle, it's a problem. Oftentimes, I've been telling students, controlling the vehicle is one of the key components DMV will use to determine whether you're going to pass your road test or not. Whereas many students, while they're doing lesson with us, the most thing that they're interested in, can I do parking? Can you do parking with me? A lot of parking in K-turn. Yet, we will do parking with you in K-turn, but if you cannot control the vehicle, it will be a problem as you're doing your road test. They said poor engine control. You do not have the control of the engine on how you're accelerating. Very important. You know how you keep accelerating, revving the engine so hard while you're driving, is poor engine control. Delay braking. You're not braking when it's time due for you to brake. It's a problem. As the DMV examiner conducting the test, they will look into this thing to determine whether you're going to pass your test or not. You know, poor use of gear. Many students, oftentimes when they're doing the road test, they get nervous. Instead of selecting the gear that they're supposed to be in, they do not. What do I mean by that? They be on the parking, leaving the curve while the car's still in park. They're accelerating, taking that the car is into drive. You cannot do that. That's the poor use of gear. All right, poor or not. Obviously, here in New York City, most of the time, the car are automatic, they're not manual. If you do not know how to use the transmission, it's also a problem, okay? Poor steering wheel control. When you coming the turn, or you finish making the turn and you're coming off the turn, you cannot handle the steering wheel. It's a problem. We do have a video for that as well. You can look that up to see how to know your steering wheels are straight. We have a link. You have a video on the channel. You can go ahead and look this thing, because if you have poor steering wheel control, it's a problem. The DMV looking onto those things, right? And they also have failed to anticipate potential hazard. They repeat it again, because on the previous step they had that, they bring it back again. You need to be able to see a potential hazard, and anticipating that, the DMV do not have to come in, does not have to come in to help you see the hazard or print it out for you. You remember, you are doing a road test, not a road lesson. Contrary to a driving school instructor, which we are, when we're doing a lesson with you, is a road lesson. The DMV examiner doing a road test with you. You're supposed to be able to see those things, to see those potential hazard, okay? Poor judgment in traffic. If you're not able to make the good judgment in traffic, it will not be in your advantage. You have to be able to grasp all these things, to deliver all these things. Remember, the examiner are there not to fail you, nor to pass you. They're there to give you a fair evaluation on your performance, all right? If you go there, you do not perform into your highest efficiency, then it will be problem for you at your road test. Basically, the part E did not have too much thing to cover because the largest part we've already covered. I strongly suggest you go ahead and watch it. That was the previous one, the part 4 out of 6. Very important. But one thing that they keep mentioning here is observing, folks. What I noticed, the entire series, the main thing that they keep saying is observing, fail to observe. Every last one of the series, they mention fail to observe, use caution. You have to keep observing as you doing this road test, because the examiner, they're looking for specific things, folks. Cannot stress this enough, right? Cannot stress this enough. Look all over. Whatever you do, contrary from going straight, you must look all over the place. All right, they keep pushing it is for a reason. All right, basically that's covered the part 5 for now, which is the E section of the series. Now, if you have not, like I said, watch the first previous four series, I strongly suggest you do so. At this point, also, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, you can subscribe now. Send us notification. We can send you notification. If you have any families and friends you know that can benefit from this thing, send it to them. Until then, keep practicing this venue with Pierre Driving School. Take care now. Bye bye.